I recently tried the WZRELB 1000W 48 volts inverter, and I wanted to share my experience. It's designed to convert 48 volts DC power, like from a battery, into 120 volts AC power, which is what your home appliances use. I found it useful for powering small appliances when I was away from standard wall outlets. It has 2 AC outlets, which is handy. I used it to power my cell phone charger and a small desk lamp. It worked fine for those tasks. I think it would be good for camping or other outdoors activities where you need portable power. I didn't try to power a refrigerator or anything that draws a lot of power. I was a bit cautious about that. I think for most people, this WZRELB 1000W 48 volts inverter could be a helpful tool. When I first received the WZRELB 1000W 48 volts inverter, I checked the build quality. It felt reasonably sturdy. I like the pure sine wave feature. It means the power output is cleaner, which is better for sensitive electronics. I took some photos of it when I was setting it up. I was thinking of using it on a road trip as a power source for my destination. However, I didn't end up going on the trip. I did test it with some basic appliances. I didn't experience any issues with overheating during my tests. I think it is important to follow the instructions carefully. I also think it is important to understand the power requirements of your devices. I did not test the returns process, as I did not need to return the item. Overall, my impression of the WZRELB 1000W 48 volts inverter is positive. It's a decent option if you need a moderate amount of portable power. I wouldn't recommend it for heavy-duty applications like cutting tools or large appliances. But for charging electronics and running small devices, it works well. I was able to save money by not needing to buy a generator for my small power needs. I think it could be useful for RVs or even a small cruise. I believe it's important to understand the limitations of any power inverter. I think for its intended use, this WZRELB 1000W 48 volts inverter is a good choice. Pros: remote works great, low idle power use, good quality, pure sine wave, easy setup, runs electronics well, powers 1 kW compressor, digital readout useful, responsive support, handles claimed watts, new replacement received. Cons: not true 3000 watts, alarm issues, failed after 7 months, remote battery missing, poor customer service, short lifespan, cable size issues, misrepresentation of power, blown capacitor, burnt smell. Features: 1000W power output, 48 VDC input, 120 VAC output, pure sine wave, 2 AC outlets, car inverter type, overload protection, short circuit protect, low voltage alarm, high temp shutoff. This WZRELB inverter changes 48 volt battery power into regular 120 volt home electricity. It provides 1000 watts of power, enough for many small appliances. It has 2 plugs, like the ones in your house. It makes clean, stable power, called pure sine wave. You can use it in a car. It protects against too much power, shorts, low battery, and overheating. The WZRELB 1000W inverter has good points and bad points. It's easy to set up and runs many electronics well, including a 1 kilowatt compressor. It uses little power when not in use and has a helpful digital display. However, some customers had problems. Some inverters failed after a few months, and some had alarms that didn't work right. There were also issues with getting the right power output, and some people received damaged or incomplete products. Customer service was sometimes slow to help.